in the quiet solitude of the Pacific Northwest, where the dense canopy of ancient trees stretches endlessly, the Firewatch Tower stands as a solitary sentinel. It is my sanctuary, perched high above the untamed wilderness, where the rhythm of nature's heartbeat echoes through the towering firs and murmuring streams. The tower offers a panoramic view of the land, a vast expanse of green that seems to go on forever, undisturbed by the march of time. Here, the only sounds are the rustling of leaves and the distant call of a lone wolf. This is my domain, and I am its guardian. As a Firewatcher, I have embraced the responsibility of safeguarding this pristine expanse, forging a deep connection with the land that transcends the boundaries of time. Each day begins with the dawn breaking over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, and ends with the twilight fading into the inky blackness of night. In these moments, I feel a profound sense of peace and purpose, as if the forest itself is alive and communicating with me. Before I found my calling in the wilderness, I was adrift in the tumult of urban life. As a history teacher in bustling Seattle, I found myself increasingly disillusioned by the distractions of modernity. The ceaseless buzz of technology and the relentless pace of city living dulled my senses, leaving me yearning for a simpler existence, a life attuned to the natural rhythms of the earth. My days were spent in a perpetual haze, my mind cluttered with the noise of the city, my soul aching for tranquility. It was on a crisp autumn evening, as the fading light cast long shadows across the forest floor, that I first encountered the enigmatic phenomenon that would change the course of my life. A delicate wisp of smoke, ethereal and almost translucent, spiraled skyward amidst the towering trees, defying the gentle breeze that swept through the canopy. Unlike the ominous plumes of wildfire, this apparition seemed to possess an otherworldly quality, dancing with purpose against the backdrop of the twilight sky. It was as if the smoke had a life of its own, moving with a grace and elegance that captivated my imagination. Intrigued by this surreal spectacle, I made a solemn vow to unravel its mystery at first light. The night was restless, filled with dreams of the strange smoke and what it might signify. As the golden hues of dawn illuminated the forest, I ventured forth into the depths of the wilderness, guided by an inexplicable sense of purpose. With each step, the air grew warmer, suffused with an unnatural heat that belied the coolness of the season. The scent of charred wood lingered in the air, a haunting reminder of the fire's destructive power that had swept through these ancient woods. At the heart of the forest, I stumbled upon a small clearing, its center dominated by the charred remnants of an ancient campfire. Amidst the scorched earth and blackened stones, I discovered a weathered journal concealed beneath a protective layer of moss and ash. Its pages, yellowed with age, bore the poignant testament of Thomas, a firewatcher who had traversed these same woods decades before. The journal was filled with entries that spoke of a man who had dedicated his life to the forest, much like I had, but who had encountered something far more sinister. Thomas's entries chronicled a descent into madness as he grappled with the spectral entities that haunted the depths of the forest. Visions of ethereal figures cloaked in ash, their whispers carried on the wind, plagued his every waking moment. In his final, frantic writings, Thomas spoke of a spectral guardian bound to the land by tragedy, a sentinel cursed to watch over the forest for eternity. He described encounters with the guardian, a figure shrouded in smoke and sorrow, its form flickering like a dying ember. Thomas believed that the guardian was once a human, a firewatcher who had perished in a great blaze, now condemned to an eternal vigil. As I pondered Thomas's harrowing tale, a presence stirred in the air around me, a figure shrouded in smoke, its form flickering like a dying ember. With a voice like the rustle of autumn leaves, it recounted the tragic history of the forest, a tale of untamed beauty and unfathomable sorrow. Bound by duty and compassion, I vowed to release the lost souls of Thomas and his comrades from their spectral prison. Thus began my odyssey into the heart of the wilderness, a journey steeped in ancient lore and forgotten rituals. Guided by the wisdom of the land and the whispers of the wind, I embarked on a quest to unearth the secrets of the forest and unlock the path to redemption. From the depths of forgotten archives to the hidden enclaves of ancient tribes, I sought out the knowledge and artifacts necessary to perform the sacred ritual that would free the trapped spirits. The months passed in a blur of feverish preparation as I immersed myself in the arcane arts of the forest. I scoured ancient manuscripts and consulted with wise elders, piecing together the fragments of a forgotten ritual that promised salvation for the lost souls. Each artifact I unearthed had carried with it a weight of history, a testament to the enduring legacy of those who had come before me. The process was painstaking and arduous, filled with moments of doubt and fear, but I pressed on, driven by the knowledge that I was the forest's last hope. At last, the night of the ritual arrived, a night cloaked in darkness, illuminated only by the pale glow of the moon and the flickering flames of the fire. The air was thick with anticipation, the forest eerily silent, as if holding its breath. With trembling hands, I arranged the artifacts in the sacred pattern, weaving a tapestry of ancient symbols and incantations. As the final words echoed through the forest, a surge of energy filled the clearing, swirling around me like a tempest unleashed. In a blaze of ethereal light, the spirits of Thomas and his companions materialized before me, their faces etched with gratitude and longing. With a solemn vow and a final invocation, I released them from their spectral bonds, watching as their forms dissolved into the luminous glow of the fire. As the last echoes of the incantation faded into the night, a profound sense of peace settled over the forest, a peace born from the release of ancient sorrow and the promise of a new dawn. As spring blossomed across the wilderness, marking the end of my tenure as Firewatcher, I bid farewell to the tower and the forest that had become my home. The legacy of the Watchers lived on, passed down through generations of guardians who would stand vigilant against the forces of darkness. And as I ventured forth into the world beyond, I carried with me the memories of the forest, the whispers of the wind, the dance of the flames, and the enduring bond forged between a solitary watcher and the untamed wilderness. My departure was bittersweet, a part of me forever entwined with the land I had come to love. The forest had revealed its secrets to me, sharing its history and its pain, and in return, I had given it my devotion and my promise to protect it. The experience had transformed me, grounding me in ways I had never imagined, and as I walked away from the tower, I knew that I would never be the same. Every step away from the forest was a step towards a new beginning, a new chapter in my life. I carried with me the lessons I had learned, the knowledge that nature, with all its beauty and danger, was a force to be respected and cherished. The spirits of the forest were at peace, their sorrow finally laid to rest, and in that peace I found my own sense of tranquility. The world beyond the forest awaited me, filled with possibilities and challenges, but I knew that I was ready. The time I had spent as a Firewatcher had prepared me for whatever lay ahead, instilling in me a resilience and a sense of purpose that I would carry with me always. And as I ventured forth, I did so with the certainty that no matter where life took me, a part of my heart would always remain in the quiet solitude of the Pacific Northwest, among the ancient trees and the whispering winds.